Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to our Winterberry project. Today, we just got done cleaning up the job site. Insulation is complete and we're ready to start stocking drywall tomorrow. So we'll go through a quick lap, show you guys what we did to finish insulation, and boss lady is leaving us. We'll show you how we finished our insulation. A couple small things that changed from the time we shot our last video to now on what we were going to do with the insulation. And two little things we've got to finish super last minute tomorrow morning that I just caught today while we were cleaning. So I will catch you inside. Nothing like opening a door to a clean job site. Clean. It's clean everywhere today. Main reason for that, besides just wanting to have a clean job site, is they're going to stock drywall tomorrow morning, and in order for them to stock drywall, there can be nothing in their way. We need to have everything out of the house, not just off of the walls where they're going to stock it. Plus, they're going to set up their scaffolding in the great room so they can get to the top. So we just want to get everything out of their way. The only thing we couldn't get out of their way today was our little workstation here in the garage. Most of that is going to end up being garbage, but we filled our dumpster. So typically they end up doing the garage last. So I figure I'll call the dumpster company tomorrow, have them swap the dumpster out, and then get the new one dropped. Then we'll get this cleaned up probably the day after that, long before they're going to be in the garage to actually do the drywall. There's plenty of room in here for them to stock their material. And they've got that whole wall to stock on, that whole wall to stock on. So we'll make sure this last little bit's gone before they're in here. So one thing that we did a little different with the insulation than I had anticipated, and it makes perfect sense. This is that bedroom floor kind of above here where we did the closed cell spray foam on. There was going to be a gap between the top of the garage rafters and the bottom of the floor, like a much bigger gap than you would normally see, because you had the rafters plus the floor joist. So what they did is they put an underlayment down, it's like a plastic, and then they go through and they cap off, because that end is the open cavity. So they cap that end off. It's already capped off against the house, and then they just blow it full of insulation. So that is completely full from this to the bottom of the floor. So you've got 11 and 7/8 floor joist plus 2x8 rafters. So yeah, there's a ton of insulation there. It was an unplanned expense, but it wasn't like a huge difference. I think it was like $400 or $500 or something. Nothing too crazy. So after the last video went up, we had a few questions about foam and doing air sealing between the sill plate, top plates, and any laminated 2x6s on like the exterior walls. So I'll show you some. I'm not going to take you through the whole house and show you every linear foot of the exterior of how it was done. You will get bored quite quickly. So we'll just take a quick look at some of the areas to show you how we do it. So here's an exterior wall, quite naturally. And you'll see along the bottom of that whole sill plate is all sealed. And then here we've got laminated 2x6s. So every single one of those is sealed from floor to top plate. And then around the windows, those are all foamed all the way around. Then one other thing that was asked was, how do you insulate for headers? So since we've got a 2x6 cavity and we've got like these headers here above this window are a double 2x, you've got room to get insulation behind it. So between the header and the drywall we have insulation, and then since we use the zip bar, we've got insulation on the exterior for a full thermal break, so your sheathing isn't actually touching that header anywhere. So you don't have that thermal bridge of wood to wood. And so that same thing, this whole bay where there's double and triple 2x6s, they all get foam filled all the way to the top. So that's how we address that area. And let me get to somewhere where I can actually show you a top plate, which I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm not gonna be able to show you one in here, but still, here's another room. You'll see, same thing. We've got, you know, laminated 2x6s here, and they're all sealed top to bottom. Whole sill plate all the way around is sealed. And even if you've got like a piece of lumber that maybe wasn't the best piece of lumber and a piece had cracked off the edge, they'll actually come through and they fill that for us too. And the same thing, windows get filled. Oh, I lost my light. So kind of same thing, windows get filled with foam all the way around. I'm gonna have to jump to a different room. Lighting is not quite right in here, and it is causing me some grief trying to get the camera to see what we're doing. So I'm gonna try back to the kitchen and see what we got. Aha, success. So you can hopefully see, there we go. You can see on our double top plates, they have that same sealing done around them. And then here's another laminated 2x6, same thing, all sealed. And that's a story through the whole house. From the basement to this main level to the second story, that's how we seal all the exterior walls. And we discussed how we were doing R21 in the cavities. That's all done. I'm gonna show you one more thing up here before we jump down to the basement and show you how we finished out insulation. We had somehow, somewhere missed putting a hole in for our continuous run exhaust fan. Now this exhaust fan is by code now that we have to have a continuously running fan to exhaust to the exterior of the house. So we put it in as inconspicuous of a location as we could, which is our nice big laundry room here. It's out tucked away from everything else, but you'll see it's we got double LVLs next to it, so we can't go that way and we can't go back. So it's supposed to go out into the attic space in the garage through there, but you'll see there is no passage, but there is a hookup. So that's one little project we've got for tomorrow morning. I just don't have time today. It's Sunday again. We seem to be out here on Sundays on a regular basis as of late, but we'll be out tomorrow morning and get that taken care of. We got all the rest of the vents hooked up today, so all that's good to go. So just that one little thing. So one more small thing that we need to do tomorrow, and I keep saying tomorrow because I want to get these things done as soon as possible so we don't interfere with the drywallers at all. They're gonna stock tomorrow, they're gonna build their platform, and then they'll start with ceilings and kind of work their way down. So the one thing we have here in the master shower, we're putting a bench along that wall, and we all spaced building that little bench. That's a quick, easy little job. But we want that done before they put the den shield in, so when the drywallers come in, they can just rip right through here and be on their way. And I want to show you something we did a little bit different on this house than we have in the past, and I want you to let me know down below, is this something that you could appreciate? So when you walk into the shower, you're going to come in through here, and immediately on the side of the wall are going to be your control valves for temperature and which rain, or if you want to use rain head or handheld or your regular shower, all right here. And then, you know, next to it in the next cavity is where your shower head and your rain head are, and then your handheld's next to that. So the reason we did that is so you can reach in, turn your water on, adjust your temperature without getting wet. I don't know about you guys, but I hate reaching into a shower to turn it on and get slammed with cold water just to, you know, not be happy in the morning. So let me know if you'd like a little detail like that where you can reach in, turn your water on, adjust the temperature without having to actually be underneath the water to do it. All right, I'm gonna catch up with you guys downstairs. We'll do a quick lap down there, show you how we did the insulation, and one little thing we got left to do down there. So I'll catch up with you down there. Yeah, I decided I'd catch up with you on the way down there because I've got right in front of me, you can see that same detail we're talking about. Laminated 2x6s all the way up. Air sealed here, air sealed bottom plate, and all the way around everywhere that we have laminated 2x6s, they took care of. So even here, where we have our rim board and our bottom plate from the wall that is on the exterior, here they have sealed this, and each little gap on it they've sealed. So they did a really good job on this, in my opinion. So you got 1, 2, 3 different joints there that they sealed for us. And this is the cleanest you guys have ever seen the basement, except for when it was a brand new foundation. So again, we hauled everything out of here to make space for drywall. All right, so down here, we did things just a little bit differently. We stuck with our R21 in our 2x6 cavities, same as we did upstairs. But on the exposed concrete, we had only finished out in 2x4. And typically here, you would wrap concrete with an R11 for a basement. So we did R11 on all of the exposed exterior concrete walls. On any interior walls, quite naturally, there's not going to be anything. But anywhere where it's an exterior, like fully framed walkout wall, we've got the R21. And then same thing down here. Light's going to get funny on me, but we've got that same ceiling detail going between all of our 2x6s. There's a lot of insulation in this house. And I will say this, they were very, very quick in here. I want to say they had 6 trucks and I think like 8 guys out here for 2 days, 2 days doing the bats. And they started 2 guys out the day before doing the ceiling for the sills and all the laminated 2x6s. So they got a jump start, and then they loaded the place with people to get the insulation done in short order for us. So I'm done boring you with insulation on this. And somebody on the last video had mentioned using like blow-in cellulose or mineral wool insulation. That's something I'm going to do a deep dive into. I know I'd asked a couple of our contractors before about using something like rock wool, and they were kind of pushed hard back against doing it. So I need to do my own research and see why, number one, why they would have pushed back against it, or number 2, what all the benefits are of going to a mineral wool or like a blow-in cellulose. So that might be something you see us implement into a new build. I'm all about learning new things. I'm never going to be the person to say, this is how we do it, this is how we're going to do it forever. I'm the person that says, this is how we currently do it. We're always looking for a better way to do it, or a more efficient way to do it, or you'll very rarely hear me say something, a cheaper way to do it, because that's kind of not the direction that we're headed. So thank you for that type of feedback. I love seeing things like that because it opens my eyes and it makes me do some research. So thank you for that. Thank you all for taking the tour with us, and do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button. Helps us a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys are enjoying these videos of seeing a home built from the digging of the hole all the way through to where we're at right now, and if you haven't seen our other project, our Marina Terrace project, we are wrapping that one up. Actually, we kind of wrapped it up yesterday. Our clients moved in. So that video should be coming live next week, and you could see one of our finished projects. And that thing, same, was built from start to finish all on video. So you guys could check out a whole home build. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, or if there's any content you would like to see us film for you, same thing, let us know and we'd be happy to do what we can do. Thank you all for taking this tour, and we'll catch you on the next episode. I totally forgot one thing. We have our ceiling detail done, framed, installed, and the lights to go with it. Check it out. What do you guys think? Do you think it adds a nice bit of character to the space? I'll jump upstairs real quick and show you kind of the depth from up there. It's the first time we've used one of these products from, I think it's Archway Design might be the name of it, out of Texas. Not a sponsored video or anything like that, just something we bought to try. So that's it. Took the guys about a day and a half to install, and they've never done one before, so as with anything, the first time you do something, it's going to take you longer. So now I'd be confident they could do something like that probably in about a day, which I think is pretty cool. So let me know down below if you guys like it. So now I will catch you guys on the next episode.